Okay, in this video we're working on simplifying fractions. And remember, when we're simplifying fractions, we're getting them in the smallest form. So we want to get it to its smallest form, meaning we're making it go from big to small. How do we normally make things go from being a big number to a small number? You're right, we use subtraction or division. Today we're going to use just division. So I want to show you, I have 9/12. Is there a number that you know that you can divide 9 by that you can also divide 12 by? Well, the easiest way to figure this out, if you don't know off the top of your head, is to factor them out. I have 1 and 9 and 3 and 3. Then I can factor out 12. 1 and 12, 2 and 6, and then 3 and 4. Are there any numbers that are the same in this factor tree and this factor tree? You're right. 3 appears in both of them. So I'm going to divide my numerator and my denominator by 3, which would give me 9 divided by 3 is 3. 12 divided by 3 is 4. So this is my simplified fraction. I went from a big 9 to a small 3, and I went from a big 12 to a smaller 4. That is what simplified fractions are. You take the bigger fraction and make it into a smaller fraction. Okay? Which, in the end, it's just the numbers that are smaller. Because guess what? 9/12 and 3/4 are actually equal to each other. They're still equivalent fractions, because I could easily turn it into it by using multiplication like we've learned for equivalent fractions. So when I say simplified fraction, it just means the numbers got smaller, not necessarily the size. The size stays the same, the numbers are just getting smaller. And if you want me to prove it real fast, I can show you. If you look, I could have, give me a second, we'll use black. Okay, I have my fraction bars. They're about the same length, about the same size. Okay, I split this one into 4 pieces and color in 1, 2, 3. I need to split this next one into 12 pieces. So, I need to split them. Give me a second. Let's see. 1, 2. Oops, sorry. Those are going to be too small. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pieces. They're about equal. Now I need to color in 9 of them. So I color in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Look, they both end up at the same spot. So they're still equal to each other, just you can see the numbers got smaller. Okay? We're doing the same thing, but with a chain. We did this with equivalent fractions. Now we're doing it with simplified fractions. So I need to divide by the same number. So what would I divide 16 by to get to 8? Or if it's easier, think the opposite. 8 times what equals 16? You're right, it would be 2. So if I divide the denominator by 2, I need to divide the numerator by 2. So 8 divided by 2 would give me 4. So I found the missing numerator. Now now I need to ask myself, what would I divide 8/16 by to get to 1, and then I have this missing part right here? Well, I first ask myself, 8 divided by what equals 1? Or I can do the opposite, 1 times what equals 8? You're right, 8. So then I divide by 8 here, and I get the answer of 2. So I'd fill in this missing spot with 2. Okay, so remember, simplified fractions just means a smaller number. The size stays the same. So we're just getting the bigger numbers like I had earlier. You can see I'm taking the bigger number 9 and I made it a smaller 3. Bigger number 12, made it a smaller 4. They stayed the same size. They're just smaller numbers. They're just a smaller, it's still an equivalent fraction. It's just a smaller version of it. Okay, I hope this helps. If you need me, let me know. See you guys.